What's up, everyone? And here is another episode of All About Millennials. We don't have Donez today, and we decided to do something a little different. So the next two episodes will be focused on just one of us, and I guess a friend of our choice, so that we can kind of just have fun and do a little personality episode. So with me, I have pretty much my oldest friend ever, Haley. I almost called you Boyle. Now you're Sehgal. We're that old, guys. People are getting married. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good.
Good. So I totally thought that you were in like your sibling's bedroom in the house where you grew up, which is no longer the case. Obviously, you moved out of there before we even went off to college. I don't know. It's been so long. Wait, let me see this bedroom though. She was showing me right before the recording.
I'm hanging out in my mom's M&M room. There are clouds that are painted on the walls and little M&M dudes on the shelves.
I honestly didn't know she was such an Eminem fan. I thought Eminem fan. Cue the rat. No, I'm kidding. I honestly, actually, this is so on brand because M&Ms, I feel like, are kind of like a dying breed, if you want to call them that. But like when we were growing up, M&M World was kind of like a big deal.
Yeah, it was. When it came out, everyone was excited to go there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I did not know she was such a fan though. I mean, she does love to bake.
I mean, she loves chocolate, so.
Yeah, I guess anything chocolate. I thought it was Super Mario, to be honest. But
well, actually, she also likes the blue because this is also like Cookie Monster blue.
Oh, there we go. There we go. See,
so she's happy.
I knew you were the right person to bring on to this show. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
I mean, it sounds like you should have brought my mom onto this show.
Oh my, Tammy would have a lot to say. So basically, I just want to spend the next hour just kind of like talking about us growing up, and I mean, we kind of had like a crazy childhood because we were, I don't know, we were the most imaginative, weird children ever. And in a lot of our episodes, we talk about Orlando because my co-host and I are not from Orlando. He's from Indianapolis, which is funny because my family is in the Midwest. But we met because of Orlando film scene. So I think that's pretty cool. He's out in LA. So we do this podcast over Zoom and he edits every week, and we're on episode 15 right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, okay, guys. So Haley and I have known each other since we were 5. I think we should start from the beginning. So it all started when we were 5 years old. We were put into the same kindergarten class, and I think we were blessed with probably the most like creative teacher, or even all of the teachers are like creative. And they
she was the best.
Yeah, they let us like, I feel like we were playing games every day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like in the classroom. I remember we had like playtime and people would play house and Play-Doh. I don't know.
I thought my dogs are making noise. Let's come here.
Oh my gosh, let's do the dogs. Hold on, I'm gonna crack a warm one over here. I meant to grab water, but I
don't know, maybe this is just my memory screwing up, but I could have sworn she had like a construction area, like where we could actually like hammer in like nails into boards and things like that to play with them.
I wasn't really trying to think about what our kindergarten classroom was like, but I just had this conversation with my boyfriend about memories yesterday, a debate, if we will, about how he said you don't actually remember the event. You remember what you tell about the event, and then it like morphs over time. And I'm like, no, but like I feel like I imagine the scene of what is happening, what things look like, And it might be
Yeah.
like a 5-second memory, but that exact image will stay in my mind forever. It doesn't change. Like, it's not the way I tell it, it's the way I see it in my head.
Yeah.
But, like,
I agree. I feel like I see my memories.
yeah, but I feel like I wasn't thinking about, like, Mrs. Moy's classroom. Shout out to Mrs. Moy. But but I was just now, like, realizing we were literally in a trailer.
Oh yeah. I mean the portables, like, I
Yeah,
mean, and that school is like,
it was
I mean,
it was
if
on the come up.
it was like a good school, but we all lived in we all studied in trailers,
Yeah.
and like all of the teachers got breast cancer doing that. There was
Oh my
something in
god,
the air
yeah.
there.
Oh my god, you're right. I
It was
forgot
so
about
crazy.
oh, that was weird. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that either. But I was thinking about how I never really, like, thought about the classroom, but I can still remember, like, the mats on one
Mhm.
side of the classroom, and then, like, the way the tables were set up, and we did, like, a
Yeah.
green eggs and ham day, so I
Oh
don't know,
yeah.
I honestly don't know how, but one mom is, like, cooking it up right there in the middle of the portable. I kind of equate it to, and I don't know if you watched, not Jack in the Box, what is that? House no, gosh, I'm mixing up all of
It'll
my
come to
Disney
you.
shows.
It'll come to you.
No, it's Out of the Box, Out of the Box.
Out of the box.
I
No,
was
I
gonna
didn't
say
watch it.
Bear in the Big Blue Box. No, that's
Oh.
they never did a crossover. No, Out of the Box was like, everyone's dream, which we did also. We took like planks of wood and like trees and we tried to turn them into like elaborate sets in
You
our
remember so much more of kindergarten than I do. I remember outside of kindergarten, we'd like hang out and have
well,
our
yeah,
play
me
dates.
too, but now all of this is flooding back and this is why I wanted to
Oh
have this
gosh.
episode. But like we that's the thing is like we don't realize like our reality. But to us, it's like, wow, this is amazing. And
Yeah.
like we can play over here, or like I mean,
I remember. No, go ahead.
all I really remember is like the shaving cream, like the games. Did we
Yeah.
actually learn in that class? Who knows?
I
We
don't think you're supposed to learn in kindergarten.
we
I
were
remember
we were
my
stars of
reading
our
buddy.
play.
I remember my reading buddy and how
Oh my god.
they were fifth graders and they'd
Yeah.
pretend that I could run super fast and I felt like the freaking Flash because
I
I
you
was like,
know
yes,
what?
I'm so fast.
I don't remember who my reading buddy was, but I remember fifth graders seemed so old.
They
And
were
like
old.
thinking about it, okay, so if we're in kindergarten, we're 5 or 6.
Hmm.
If they're
They're
fifth
twice
graders,
our
they're
age.
they're 10. Yeah, they're 10 or
Yeah,
11. So that's
yeah,
like my sister compared to me.
yeah.
So now I
I
can
mean,
kind of
because your sister was born during our play.
yeah, that too. But like we were just like barely cut off where she was in kindergarten, I was in
Mhm.
6th grade. But like
Right.
but basically that's how it was and like those people were scary to me. And now it's like what they're 30 years old and we're thinking like you guys do not have your Don Nez is 30 years old. But we're like you guys do not have your stuff together. Like
Does anyone know?
yeah, right? But like wow, things are so different. Okay, so fast forward. No, I'm just kidding. We don't need to fast forward. Oh, I'm gonna like ramble. I love
You can
it.
ramble all you want. I remember just having to like trudge across the sandy pits of recess to get to the trailer. Like,
Yeah. And the playground was way different. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
now
because
that whole
well,
school.
the playground was like this wooden playground with a tire dragon, but
Oh, that
lead
was so
poisoning was a
cool.
thing.
The only thing, everything was made of wood, rubber, and
Mhm.
hot metal.
Yep, and that's why they got rid of it because lead and kids were getting sick, so they had to
Really?
tear it all down. Yeah,
Was
you
that
didn't know
really?
that?
Why?
Yeah, that's why
Oh
there's no
my,
more like wooden playgrounds anywhere. And yeah, because like kids were getting sick.
what? I didn't know
Mhm.
that. I thought they were just like, we have the money to get a new cool playground and like
Nope. Come on, that playground's such a downgrade.
I mean, I don't know. I still had fun. You're right. I don't know. I was 5. I thought everything was scary when I was in kindergarten. So, for
That's
all I
true.
know, I was climbing a mountain. Like,
Right?
but like, I don't know. Playgrounds are fun. I miss them. None of them are open anymore.
Very true.
When's the last time you went on a playground?
Me personally?
Yeah. Is that a weird question for a 25-year-old?
It might be Kaehla. Yeah, I don't even think I could answer that. Probably with like my little cousin.
I probably went on one 3 months ago. No, not three, 6 or 5.
Seriously, dang girl.
Because my friend, who is like 30, has a playground in her backyard. And we're like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
might as well use it.
Yeah. I was gonna say if
And
you
it's one
like
of those
snuck
like,
off to a public playground, don't those have age limits now?
oh, we did that too.
Oh my gosh.
We did that last
Oh,
summer.
you know what? I went on a playground in like freshman year of college because there was one in the back of our apartment complex and it was raining and none of the kids were on there because it was raining and lightning and their parents have brains whereas freshman college students don't.
Yeah, what? Okay, that's like another topic. That's going to be the second half of the episode because I want to know what happened like to our what happened to our brains as we became adults. We like I'm saving this for the second half. I can't get into it right now. I have so much to say on that.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay. So, basically we kind of lost touch, but we always kept in touch. I was at all of your birthdays, but you were never in my class after kindergarten.
But in first grade, like we'd have every Friday we'd have play dates because you come home from school with me.
Yeah. Oh, we need to talk about that. That's some serious stuff. Well, I think
Back when
it's
you were
so
smarter than the teacher. Not my teacher. My teacher was good. But
I wanted your teacher so badly.
my teacher was the bum. I was her flower girl
I
at her
know.
wedding.
All I remember is you were her flower girl, and I'm pretty sure someone was doing cartwheels, and I was like,
That was my teacher. My teacher did cartwheels.
I
She'd
was
be
like,
like, "You
what?
guys are good." She's like, "If you guys are good, we'll do cartwheels or somersault," and she would like just do them for us.
Like, I hope teachers are like that nowadays. I don't know. I don't know
They
anything about the world
are.
of teachers.
I've got some teacher friends.
Yeah, they're cool, right?
They
I
seem pretty
feel
cool.
like I mean, I do definitely know some because I see them on Facebook. And here I am. um, but yeah, so we need to talk about these play dates because okay, there's a lot to unpack right here. By the way, I just made my own website last night. So
Oh.
this is a total plug for it, but I have to tell you, it's kaehlamauer.com, like a legit website. But
Mhm.
because I don't just do acting, I was like hesitant to get it because I wanted to make sure it was like correct. But because
Right.
I have like my different things, I kind of needed like a landing page. Have you heard of Linktree?
No.
It's like a website that you can create a profile, or we have flow page for our
Okay.
podcast, so I'll say flow page, but I personally use Linktree. But I've been doing research, and it's a profile that you create, and when you have different projects, or like if you're an influencer, you plug your different brands and people can go to that link, and it has like
Mhm.
all the other links, because in Instagram you
Okay.
can only have one link.
Mm.
It's just all in one place. So
Very cool.
I wanted to create my own and also have like all of my work in one spot. So I officially created my website, and I'm not, not to brag, but like I'm pretty proud of it for getting a template and then like totally trying to make it my own. And
I'll have to check it out.
yeah, check it out, subscribe, guys. I don't have any emails yet, but trying to figure out if you guys get like thank you for joining email, because this is the beginning of an era. I also created my own logo with my name. I'm just I'm just out here doing stuff, like
Okay, girl. Yeah.
random stuff. I feel like one day I'm gonna have merch with just with my name on it.
Well, your name is spelled very uniquely, so.
Yeah, actually, with the different fonts, I was like, I hate my name because it makes it look so weird. Like, I was like, this is not a real name. I was scared of my name. And then
That's how everyone feels about your name.
finally, I picked a cursive, and I really like how my name is written in cursive. So, look, this is Coda. Oh my gosh. Coda's been around
My girl.
forever.
She's my girl.
Hello. I'm still wondering if like dogs really know if you're on the phone, like if they know you're there,
That's a good
like they hear your
question.
voice. Coda, she doesn't listen to
Oh,
me anyway.
I was gonna say I've got the headphones in too, so.
Oh, all right. That's a sure not. That's a smart move. I never use headphones or a microphone. I probably should get on that. I'm getting a new computer anyway, so that's when I upgrade. So anyway, guys, aside from the website, so we're like growing up, right? And
Doing that thing that kids do.
we do that thing that kids do, but we had a weird childhood because I have to say it, Haley. Haley was an
Uh-oh.
actress when we were young.
Yeah.
Like she was signed and she had been modeling and acting since she was 3, right?
Yeah.
2 years old. And I just remember from like ages 5 to 8 at least actually until maybe we went to middle school, I would beg my mom to get me in with an agency. You know what? I'm gonna have to dig up these photos that my mom took of me
Oh my
to
gosh.
submit to agencies because I
Uh,
totally understand why I was not picked.
oh no.
They are atrocious.
Oh.
And my mom was clueless, so she's like, oh, I'll submit pictures. And like my brother signed with like Toys R Us, my sister signed with like Harcourt, the textbook.
Yeah,
And like
hardcore. Oh,
I
the
was
hardcore
so
life.
dorky. I was so dorky and awkward that like I had no coaching or anything on how to just be normal in a
Well,
picture.
that's okay. Like my first audition ever, I was like 3 years old, and my mom brought me in for like a Disney commercial audition, and they
Hmm.
let her be in the room for it, and they put the camera on me, and they're like, "Hi, Haley," and I'm just like, "Hi," and they're like, "So you like Disney characters?" And I was like, "Not really," and they like kept asking me questions, and I was just like, like hair like in face, looking away from the
Like
the
the
camera.
total opposite of
No,
Disney.
oh yeah, no enthusiasm whatsoever. And my mom's like, well, thank you for your time. Like, and that's when I got acting classes. My mom was like, Haley, do you want to be an actress? And I was like, yeah, I really do. And she was like, there's the energy.
You
Yep.
know what though? You know what? I remember we would we found some of your like home videos. And we would just watch like little you, and
Oh my god,
you were always a storyteller, like
I was such a ham.
always. And
And I'd always look in the camera and go, can I see myself?
yeah, that's what it was. That was the whole thing for like an hour. That's so funny. But yeah, so like, at this point, it wasn't like people were like talking about you being an actress, but I just so desperately wanted an agent. I think I was like mean about it. I was like, "Mom, I want one."
Get it together.
I was like, "I can't do it on my own. I'm 6." I'm pretty sure see, speaking of memories, I don't try to like fudge it if I can. I think I acted like that. Like I
I think
understand.
so too. I think you've been like the same person since birth.
No,
So
I was gonna say I understand why I didn't have an agent at the time. But speaking of, I'm part of the agency now, but I'm not in Florida. So I just tried to update my profile yesterday.
yeah.
But like it's just so funny, like things like you're right, things never change. Like I'm
Hmm.
like, I won't stop until I have this agency.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. But like we would just I don't know, we had the craziest imaginations.
Hmm.
Like like other girls, they wanted to play house. I would play that sometimes, but like I wanted to be the cat or the dog. I'm pretty sure that was my character, that was my role. And like
When I played mermaids, I wanted to be the shark. Like,
yeah. Well, I was gonna say we came up with like, no, let's just not play house. Like we need to do something way more exciting. And like I just I mean, we were definitely superhuman. Like, we thought
Every
Charmed
time.
was like the greatest thing on the planet.
Still is.
And some of well, have you seen the new one? I don't know if it came out officially.
I saw a few episodes. It's not the same. I
It's
mean,
not the same.
I respect what they're trying to do, but
Yeah.
the original's got my heart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, which original? The one with Prue or the one with
Yeah.
Piper?
Well,
Wait, was it Paige with Paige?
Paige. I liked it all. I still watch it all. Like,
Yeah.
just the
I
original.
I haven't seen it in so long, but we were like
We made our own Book of Shadows.
yeah, we were like obsessed, and we needed props from the very beginning. Like, we
Yeah.
actually wrote our own spells. I wish I
Oh,
had
they were
like
great.
I wish I had prepped you for this episode and been like, find this book.
Oh man, that would have been good. Because some of our spells were just so great. It was things like, evil demon die, and we fly to the sky.
I'm pretty sure we would like spin around three.
Yeah.
The faster we spin, then it was actually gonna come true. Like, we would
Add a little bit of magic
legitimately
treehouse in
give
there.
stage directions.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
and then
Oh.
I remember growing up too. Like, there's just like little things. Like, whenever we would play with other friends, or maybe even together, I we would always be like, pretend that we're like jumping off the ship and there's a
Yeah.
shark. And I'm like, why don't we stop saying pretend and let's
Yeah.
just make it happen?
Oh my gosh. That is such a clear memory of mine. Is you like doing that kind of thing. Like,
How many times did
pretend
I
that
say that every single
pretend that this has happened. Let's just do it.
Like, guys, let's totally improvise.
I'm like writing the story out, and you're like, improv. And then our magic and our imaginations would be thwarted when your mom would come to pick you up.
Oh
and then
yeah,
hide under my bed.
for sure. You had the bed to end all beds because
I had
it
a
was
loft bed.
it was like a loft, but it had a dresser underneath, but there was
And
just
then there
this
was like a
little
little
crevice
tunnel behind it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was the perfect hiding spot.
I mean, not really, because they
I'm
knew where
pretty
we were,
sure
but it
my
wasn't like anyone was crawling in to get us.
yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom actually wouldn't even try. She's like, Kaehla,
So,
if you don't get your butt out here.
yeah, eventually it would end with you going, my mom's serious. She's not going to let me come over again if I don't leave now.
She's still saying that. No,
I was going to say, I think she says she's like has said that through your entire life, though.
I think she gave up on that. She's like, I can't keep track of this child. She's gonna hide forever. Like, we don't know where she is. She could be in Quebec tomorrow. I don't know. That's very likely. I tried to fly to Washington D.C. yesterday.
Wow.
Because
Tried. Why is it tried?
well, so okay, so I hang out with everybody at the airport, and this
Mhm.
person who like now lives in Washington D.C.
Wait, so you just go to the airport and hang out?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm also dating someone who works there, but
Oh,
like
that makes more sense.
all of my friends are from there.
Yeah.
Like, that's primarily, I like boats and I like planes. Like, that's my friend group.
There you
And
go.
but so this random person that I never met used to work at the airport. Now he lives in DC. Drove up here with his boss to do something for the weekend, and then literally had to drive back Sunday night, but went to dinner with us. I had to drive 6 hours or 6.5, whatever, and work at 8:30 in the morning in DC.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Wow.
not normal
No.
stuff. So then I was like, oh, like, so he drove his own car up here because, like, I guess he works for like a car rental or car like sales company. I don't know.
Mhm.
So, like, I was wondering if he borrowed a car that could just be left up here,
Right.
because my boyfriend was like, oh, yeah, well, there's a possibility we could fly him back. And I was like, let's do it. Like, we have Mondays off. Let's fly to DC.
So
Like,
what went wrong?
yeah, like, you have to fly 300 miles every so often anyway. So I could just, contact my cousin and we could have lunch.
Right.
and then fly back. But obviously that did not happen. When we have a Monday off, we had fun on Sunday. We had to relax a little bit. But that was, yeah, I tried to make it happen. I tried to take like crazy things and make it a reality.
Oh, shush.
Oh, she's
No
still
barking.
there down there. Oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
she doesn't want to leave my side. She's just gonna
Okay,
sit this
so
entire time.
I definitely want to continue like
Yeah.
on to,
Back on track.
no, I want to go into the next segment about this conversation that we started earlier about what happened when we grew up. You know, we talked
Okay.
about how we just let our imaginations run, and also we were always so wise for our age. We always
Especially in high school.
we didn't try to act older. We were very immature, but we were always saying things that like wise 70-year-old women would say. Like, you know, like the willow tree in Pocahontas. Like sometimes I swear we're that person.
Oh my
But
gosh,
I'm
so
just
funny.
going to take it to a quick commercial break. And we're back to episode 15 of All About Millennials. And I have Haley with me, and we're going to talk about growing up and what we're doing now, because obviously we just think life is about playing. We can't take things too seriously. So, anyway, I want to continue this conversation about what happened to us when we got into college, because you said something about like, yeah, you know, like kids wouldn't do a certain thing, but like stupid college kids would do XYZ. So that's actually really relevant for me right now.
Because we're still kids, but we have no parents to tell us what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're not kids, but like we're kids. Yeah. Kids forever. Yeah. That's like a new alternative song I'm going to make. No. Maybe. So basically
Wheels turning in your head.
yeah. I'm like, oh, here are the lyrics. Okay. Basically, hold on, sorry. I got a text. Distracting. Basically, I was on Facebook yesterday. It was yesterday or the day before at the most. And Facebook memories were popping up from 9 years ago.
Oh,
9.
they do that.
Yeah. This is what happens when you have Facebook since you were an infant. No, we were what?
We were 14.
Yeah, we were in high school, I want to say, like maybe going into high school. And
I think I remember getting it like in the last week of 8th grade or something.
yeah, there were definitely some questionable things that we posted, not like controversial, but in a way that like at the time Facebook was like you post on someone's wall and then they post on your wall back. So when you get the notifications of the memories, you have no context on the rest of the conversation because people are just, you know, instead of
Treating it like a text.
it's just going back and forth. So some of the things we said were like just complete nonsense. We were not speaking English, I swear. We would say the weirdest things. Like we would post our inside jokes for everyone to look at on Facebook. Yeah. No one cares. Our 20 friends did not care about that.
Or I really liked when I would post like what I was doing for that day, where I'd just be like, going to get a smoothie with Kaehla, and then we're having a sleepover. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, good for you.
I reposted this yesterday or the day before, and the status was, apparently I'm really good at singing and dancing and photography and yoga and tennis. Where did tennis come from? I've never played tennis.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever seen you play a tennis racket or talk about tennis or anything.
I played tennis for like, I did tennis camp for one summer when I was like 12 or 13. I guess I was 14. I don't know.
Yeah,
but like, apparently I'm good at it. I'm pretty happy about that, close parentheses. Like, then I'm looking at it and I'm like checking it off and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know I'm good at yoga. I did a lot of yoga. tennis. That's funny because I've been working at a tennis club since I was, in college.
That's true,
And acting and singing and dancing. Like, I was like, wow, this is so typical.
yeah.
But like, it's like nowadays me would be like, okay, guys, hey, I'm good at these, hire me. Back then it was like, apparently I'm good at these. Pretty
True.
happy. Like,
Yeah. Like, hey, I've got some skills.
I was like, when did I foreshadowed my life so many times on Facebook. But sometimes it's like we would post things and it would be like, sometimes you have to look on the bright side of life and don't take things too seriously, or like we would write these affirmations and I'm like, where did these come from when we're like
Oh yeah.
16 years old, and then we like totally throw them out the window when we're adults? That's what gets
Yeah.
me. we
Oh
were like we were like wise beyond our years, besides when we were being dumb and
yeah.
watching weird children's shows when we were almost, adults. But
Yeah, but you had little siblings. We had an excuse.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was our excuse. But like I was like, where did this come from, and like why didn't I listen to my younger self? Like, thank God for Facebook bringing this back up when I'm like crawling because I've dug myself a hole and like I forgot that I care about myself, or like no. But
I
but
mean, it's true though.
but basically, so basically we went through this period of life, both of us did, and this is what I really want to talk about. This is the point that I wanted to make. We went through this period of life where, I always thought you were going to be an actress. When we were seniors and you're like, yeah, like I'm gonna go into nursing, I was like, what? Okay, like, I mean, I guess, like, you're really smart. Like, I always thought that you were gonna be an actress, and you're like, yeah, like,
I mean, I do both.
yeah, you're like, I'll do both. Like, it's time for me to do something different. And I was like, yeah, okay. And like, I did the same thing, but I like never ever I thought like entertainment was a hobby that I spent all my time doing. Like, I never thought I was stupid. I was like forcing myself not to do it. But like we went through college, and you said it was what, like a almost 6 years since you really
I mean, I did a
you did
commercial like
commercial. Yeah.
right before nursing school, but it was nursing school that really like I had to take
Yeah.
a step back and focus on that to get my degree.
Which
Um,
which year
so
was nursing school? That when did you start that?
2015.
2015.
Yep.
Yeah, so 5 6 years by now.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
And like for me it's the same. I mean, I've been back like playing the piano or whatever for a couple of years, but like after high school, I remember little conversations where like my parents would be like, Kaehla, you don't have to, pursue medicine. Like, you can play the piano for your whole life. And I'm like, yeah, but like that's not a sensible career. Like,
Yeah.
I was just trying to do what seemed right.
Mhm.
And like it just like, I'm speaking for you, but we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago now. Actually, whoa, it's been over a month.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Where we were just like, it's just, we miss that part. It's a part of ourselves. Like, we
Yeah.
miss that. And even like, I know you've been writing and stuff,
Mhm.
like, you've always been writing, but there's just like, when I try to explain this to people, they don't get it because they're not like me, or they're not like you.
Obsessed. Like
Yeah.
they're not obsessed with the business like we are.
Yeah, but like they're also not like, we have to do it all. Like, we have to be able to do this and then switch projects and do this, or do them all at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not only doing the podcast right now. I'm lucky to have a podcast that's consistent, but when I try to cut out acting and I focus on music, I miss acting. When I try to like focus on modeling, like I never wanted to be a model, but I realized that's what I am. Like that's what my jobs are that I get, you know. And
Yeah.
so it's like people are messaging me right now. They're like, "We're trying to get back together after COVID. We want to consider you for castings. Can you please
Nice.
update us on like your model status and stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh shoot, like I have to look into this because I just was like, I don't have time for this. This isn't my goal, you know, but it's like it's what it's what I'm doing. It's what I do." And
Yeah.
so and it's like even like when I'm not taking acting classes, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm getting behind. Like I haven't done anything in so long, but like I'm
Hmm.
doing music. So it's great, but it's just like it's not the same. Like
Yeah.
I have to do it all. And and I get really frustrated when I feel like I'm not doing them. Like even
Yep.
just this past weekend because I'm working full time again, and I got really frustrated that like I had no like outlet like
Hmm.
that, and I was like, oh, I know what I want to get done, and I can't get that done right now, and so I'm like really stressed. Like,
Yeah.
but all is right in the world again. But since we
I
talked
mean,
about that, well, I mean, oh yeah, well, the world's falling apart, but hey, you know, it's like, I guess, you know, in times of sorrow and stuff, there's a beauty in the art that comes out of it.
wow, you sound 17 again.
Yeah, right?
With your
See,
wisdom.
stuff like this just comes out of me sometimes. But so since we talked about that, um, has there been anything that you've been like working on? Or I know you just got your headshots done, which
Hmm.
were beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So did you end up like submitting those right away and then
Yeah, I sent those to my agent. I sent in a few tapes. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm just, I'm gonna take some classes and get back into it. Like the getting back into it, the early stages are just, and especially
yeah,
during COVID when there's not much work for entertainers, it's
right.
mostly just, keeping sharp.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I mean, castings are coming back, but like a lot of
yeah.
modeling stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never been into the modeling,
Yeah.
but
I'm like, it's gonna pay my bills, I guess. Like I need to pay more attention. I submitted to
mm,
something not too long ago and then um I was like I this is what it is, like commercials and stuff, like I need
I
to do
like
it.
commercials. Commercials are
Yeah.
fun.
I mean right now I have the money, but like come Labor Day, I want to just get into it. Like
Yeah.
I don't want any like time lapse. Yeah,
Yeah.
Coda. um, but did they say anything? Did they say like welcome back?
Yeah, I mean they're excited to help me out, and
Yeah. That's,
she recommended like I was like I need some classes. She recommended some good classes for me,
yeah.
and
Who did she
so I'm
recommend?
excited. I'd have to look in my email for that. I'm trying to
Are they
think.
online?
Yeah, right now they're online. A
And
lot of acting classes are online right now.
are they specific to like on camera or is it kind of just like a general acting class? I'm
I
asking
think they're
from like
more general acting. There's like Book from Tape, Starcatcher Acting Studios. They're doing like 100% virtual classes.
oh, I've never heard of
It's
any.
like on camera technique and things like that.
Yeah. I think that would
Which
be
is
easier for me.
which is like what I need to sharpen my tool after being out of the business for as long as
Right.
I've been. So
Because for
yeah.
me it's like in my mind I have a goal set for TV and
Mhm.
film and sometimes I forget if I'm in a class that's catered to theater people.
Yeah.
The acting is different
Oh, the acting's so much different between theater and film.
and so like it's like between me actually like having to focus on how to act and then also like the style of it like
Yeah.
I was like oh yeah like I did actually the teacher that I've worked with has been really good about picking both um theater and TV and film because I remember doing a scene from a movie and I happened to have seen the movie, but I didn't know
Hmm.
it at the time. So I did
Yeah.
the scene, and halfway through the scene, I was like, "I've seen this before." Like, I
Did
cold
that
read it.
change? Did that change the way you started like reading it?
No, because it was The Departed. So it was like a very generic, like, cop
Hmm.
scene in the office, like,
Okay.
scene. But
Yeah.
I will always remember that scene because that was, like, my favorite. Like, I totally understood the character because,
Aw.
like the teacher was like, "Kaehla, like, I think this is your ticket, like, have you ever played a character like a cop or like someone of authority or something?" And I was like, "No, but like I grew up in a military family, first responders, like oldest sibling, always having to like I the way I read it right through the first time was like on point apparently." And I
Aw,
was like,
that's good.
I just read it like I saw it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
then sometimes I'm like, I really don't like this character and I have to like get over that and like force
Yeah.
myself to like them. I'm like, I know I'm naive, but I'm not this naive. How do I like pretend to be
I
this
think it's
naive?
I think it's really fun doing those roles. Like I mean, I always try to pick a role that I'm uncomfortable with because I'm like if
Yeah,
I'm uncomfortable with it, it's my weak spot, you know? Like
exactly. If you're uncomfortable with it, it makes you a better actor
yeah, if you're
to
able to
get
pull it
to
off.
like to get it perfected. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what I try to like keep in mind always is like, this is gonna make me better. It's like in
Mhm.
improv, they would be like, no, like why don't you not be in the same scene with your best friend? Because
Yeah.
being able to work with different people is gonna make you better. And that's
Yeah.
what I always try to like.
I have a random thought. I remember growing up, my dad used to like put my three brothers and me, and he'd just be like, "Here's your scene, go." And we do
Really?
like our own little, yeah, we do like our own little improv school at
I love
home because
that.
there were four of us. So
Yeah.
my
I
like
know
mom and dad would throw scenes at us, and they just say, "And go."
it's so much easier when you have like a whole family that's kind of
Yeah.
into the whole thing. Like if
Oh,
I
so
lived with
fun.
if I lived with my mom now,
You
then
guys would be doing it all the
we
time.
would be doing it all the time and like we could bring in Matt.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
yeah.
Matt was so young when I left the house and like my mom was
Yeah.
not even aware that she wanted to even try entertainment at the time.
Right.
I always remembered her as a dancer. I was like, yeah, she's always
Oh,
done pageants and dance and whatever, but to her
yeah.
she was like, that's not me. And then like all of a sudden here she is, contacting you
Yeah.
like we're trying to get a show on Netflix,
Oh,
like
she's cracking me up with that when she's just like I announced to you that I was like going back into the business, and I think it was 24 hours later. She's like, "Can I pick your brain?" And I'm like, "About what? I don't think I know anything anymore."
I know it's been so like it
But
literally
I think surprisingly, I think I did know what she was talking about though, and I was able to help a little bit. And I
well,
was like,
yeah,
"Wow."
I think the question she had was like business related as opposed to like
Yeah, it was
the only
behind the
thing you're
screen.
the only thing you're having to catch up on is like the technology aspect
Yeah, yeah.
and how that's becoming the norm. But even
Yeah, and I've kept up with all the behind the camera stuff because it's
yeah,
we've
yeah,
been working
exactly.
on our own film, so.
That's why I was like, maybe you should talk to Haley because I know that she's been like trying to do this with her own projects. So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
so
if
cool.
anyone wants to give us money.
Yeah, exactly. Money
That's
for
the
the
name of the
podcast.
game.
Money
Name of the
for
game,
our
right?
family,
Like,
please. That's
like, "Hey,
always the thing.
we've got a great family film. Just give us money."
Exactly. Who wants a Netflix name, Hit us up. But man, it's so it's so funny how like things came full circle. And
Yeah.
like that's why it's nice to have you on because we experienced every single formative year together.
That's
Like
true.
like through it all. Like the buck
Yeah.
teeth, the braces, the desperately trying to make people laugh because I was funny looking. I get it. Okay,
Oh,
guys,
you were
that big.
not.
No, I know.
You were
I know.
not funny looking.
I know.
I
I
always thought you were pretty.
but that's how I viewed myself, I think. I was always trying to just make people laugh because that's my family, we're all
Yeah.
goofy. We're
Oh, for
goofy.
sure.
And now it's like I want to like start my own projects and I'll start them and then people are like, "Why aren't you doing anything with that?" I'm like, it's just, it's just not the
It's
vision
money.
that I'm looking for. Yeah, it's not funny. It's just not. I'm like, I gotta put my energy in the right way so that I can, hit it right. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, and I remember growing up, like, you were one of my biggest supporters and, like, true friends. And
Always, like,
I
always.
mean, I remember when I was doing, like, when I booked my first SAG National commercial, and I missed school, and then I was on, the Pringles commercial, and everyone was seeing it, and they
Hmm.
were saying such mean things about me.
Wait, they
And
were?
yeah, a bunch of kids at school were being really mean to me about it.
Why?
Oh, they'd say things like that I thought the world of myself, and I was like so stuck up. I like this.
Oh,
Keep in mind,
yeah.
we're like 9,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, you just think you're so great because you're on TV," and I was
You know
like,
what, though? You know what the reality is? Because I'm guessing those were the girls that said that.
"Oh, of
I
course."
could guess correctly. Because I remember the guys, goofy guys that we
Oh
grew
my
up with,
gosh, yeah.
they were
All the
just
guys were
like,
supportive.
hey, Haley, hey, Haley. And they would like copy
Yeah.
the commercial
Oh
and be like,
yeah.
yeah, this is our friend Haley,
Yeah. That the
Although they
guys
look
were definitely
fratty.
supportive, and
They
I
were
am
fratty
too.
from like 9 years old. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so definitely the girls. So I totally see that. But even in middle school, I don't know, you put off a vibe. I don't know why.
What
I'm
kind of?
kidding. I just remember in the lunchroom.
I just attracted trouble.
Yeah, in the lunchroom, actually. So we were out in the courtyard because we were cool. The courtyard was our spot. So we went off. I
What?
remember we would like
Yeah.
get the whole courtyard to sing, like
Yeah.
with those same guys. Um,
Yeah.
but there was that one table that just we accidentally sat at their table,
They were so
and you
mean.
just had the face that they wanted to make fun of. No, I don't know why though. Remember they just chose to like
That's
target
what.
you.
But that's when we brought Julian in, and he handled that.
Yeah. But like, and we're like, what? Like, Haley is if anything, pick on me, guys. I will start a fight. No,
I just like, I'm like, I'll just take it and go like cry
yeah.
in the
And I was like,
corner.
no. But like, why? You just had one of those faces, Haley.
Oh
No,
my gosh. I
but
just
like,
didn't fight back.
literally, like, they just were like, you think you're all that, and blah 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 blah. And I don't want to like
I
get
was
into
That
all.
time it was because I was a peer mediator and I had the tag, and they were like, "You think you're
Oh,
awesome because you've got the tag," and I was
that's
like,
what. Okay, so yeah,
"Yeah."
you definitely were fight worthy. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that little blue tag that
The
says,
one
"I
with the
can help
biggest
you
heart.
solve problems."
And you're just like, okay.
Oh yeah. I think I went and cried because like they were making up rumors about me and things
It
like
was,
that.
yeah,
I
why
like cried,
though?
and Julian, like our friend Julian, just, oh man, he was like, "That's ridiculous. Tell me who these people are. We're gonna go take care of this." Like,
Oh,
and I was like, "No, it's fine. It's fine."
you know what though? Julian's gonna be like our friend for life. Like,
Heck yes.
it's just like he always comes and goes. Like he's doing his own thing, but like
Yeah.
he will always just be there. Like I just remember like when you got married, and he was like, "Are you guys still friends?" Like,
He ended up staying at our Airbnb.
yeah. Wait, he wasn't in the wedding?
He was at the wedding.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't in
But
the
he wasn't,
wedding.
he wasn't like a part of the wedding party, but he
Oh
was
yeah,
part of
he
the
was
wedding.
not.
And then
He
he
totally
still
stayed.
stayed.
In my mind, see, this is the memory thing where like you just remember how you recall the memory, not the memory itself.
Yeah.
I recall him being in the Airbnb, and I remember
You just
that.
clicked it in.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
assumed
because
he
he's
was in
our
the.
friend, he wasn't like, he's not close with Imran, my
Yeah,
husband, so
that's true.
but
Oh
he
my
got
god.
he said he got like a pirate themed Airbnb on accident, and he's like, I don't want to stay there. So he ended up going
Pirate.
back to ours with you guys.
That is so funny. Oh my
Yeah.
god. He actually, I think, I don't know when the last time we talked was, but he was like, "Are you going back to California? Because I'll be in Los Angeles." And I was like, "I'm in New
Well,
York still. I'm sorry. We always miss each other."
we try to see each other like once a year at least.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would visit him when he was
Yeah.
living in New York City, and
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome.
yeah, I was just like, "Can I crash on your couch?" And then like, the roommates would be like, "Who is this girl?" Oh yeah,
Random girl, yeah.
and he would work until like 3 a.m. So I just hung out by myself, like. I was just like chilling at some random bar, but like at least we got to see each other.
There you go.
He's like, sorry, Kaehla, I'm not getting out of work.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
Now he has a different
okay.
job. I hope his hours are better. These are the things that we really worry about.
I know he's successful and I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I think he's dating someone too.
Mhm.
Someone's growing up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep you on forever. And I know that because you're amazing, we're going to have minimal editing. The only thing we're probably going to edit out is my slip up with the bad word. So, because it's supposed to be PG and I didn't
You're so
mean to say
funny.
that. But anyway, I know we're going to have minimal editing. So we have plenty of stuff in here for the last hour. And I so appreciate you coming on here because I feel like the fans needed to know what the personalities were like. And
Oh,
next
it's
week,
fun.
Donez, my co-host, is going to have a whole episode to himself. So I'm
I'll
not.
reminisce with you anytime.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? We're going to see Haley on the big screen soon. And she's building her social media because that's so important now. So I want you to give your Instagram handle for
Oh
the fans.
gosh, I don't even have that yet.
You have an Instagram.
I have an Instagram, but I don't have like
She's
I don't
working.
even know what an Instagram handle is.
She's working on it.
Help.
Her username. Her username. I'll help
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
I'll help you. I don't.
It's just Haley Sehgal. It's just my name.
Oh, there you go. It's Haley S. Okay, I'm gonna spell it wrong.
I
S.
want you to try.
Because you said that, I think the H comes first.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes. Oh, I got it right.
So
Okay.
spell it. Uh-huh.
Sehgal.
There you go. You're right.
There we
Good
go.
job.
I
Proud
got
of
it.
you.
Haley is Haley, guys. Don't you get that wrong, okay? So anyway, this is Haley Sehgal.
Yay.
Everybody look her up on IMDb. Watch
Oh.
her films from when she was 12.
I was so little.
I have to tell my uncle that I had this episode with you because he will totally listen. Because
Aw.
every single time I talk to him, he goes, "Hey, what's your friend that was in that movie doing?" And because he bought her movie on Redbox when
Oh my
Redbox was still
gosh.
a thing by
It's still a
accident.
thing, kind of.
He watched all of the horror films in that Redbox, and when he found out it was my friend, then he was like, oh my gosh, every single time he had to ask me. And he only says like 3 words at a time. So he's really passionate about your acting. So I'm going to
Oh,
tell
that's so sweet.
him. Yeah. So, all right, I'll let you go. And bye, Coda. So I'll roast the show, I guess. I always forget to do that. So if you want to listen to any of our episodes, the easiest way to listen to All About Millennials is to go to our Instagram page, which is at all_am podcast, and click on the link in our bio to our flow page. You can listen on Spotify, you can listen on Google Podcasts, Anchor, it's on YouTube, so you'll see Haley's beautiful face.
Oh, you're so
And
sweet.
and subscribe, please, guys. Thank you for entering your questions last week. That was such a fun episode. This one was so fun. All right, guys. Bye.